Hi friends, welcome to my channel Yaya's Heart Tarot. And if you're returning, I apologize for being gone so long. I have had a lot of things going on that required some healing, and I needed to step away for a bit. I'm still in the midst of some of that, but things are lightening, and so I wanted to step back into my tarot readings, which I always enjoy, in hopes that maybe I can get back into a more consistent flow with my tarot. And I want to try something a little bit different. I have always wanted to do Zodiac tarot readings, but this isn't my full-time gig. I do have a full-time job, or full-time commitment, and so I don't feel like I have time to do justice to full readings for all of the zodiacs. But another reader that I periodically watch, shout out to Ali's Tarot on YouTube, does tarot readings that are just brief check-ins for each of the zodiac signs, each of the signs. And it's a reading that there's no additional clarification. It's just like I said, a brief reading for each sign. It's a reading that involves your energy as that sign, whether that be sun, moon, or rising sign. It includes the energy of someone else who you are connected to, and a reading for the nature of that connection or the situation that connects you. And then, as she does, I will close the reading out with messages from the universe. So it's a 9-card reading, and there's no clarification to any of the cards. It's just those 9 cards plus an additional 3 at the end. So I'm going to give it a try and see how it goes. If it goes well, hopefully I can make this a consistent thing weekly. The energies that I'm going to be reading for are the energies of the upcoming week. And the order of the signs is not the order that they go in chronologically. It is grouped by their elements. I tend to oftentimes analyze things and look at things and understand things by element or by chakra, sometimes even by color. So that's how I'm going to go through the signs. And the order of the signs is based a little bit on my own connection with the signs, my own connection with the elements more so than the signs. And air has always been a difficult element for me. And so I am putting the air signs at the end because I want to be able to maintain energy until I reach the air signs, so that I will still have energy available to give to them. If I do the air signs first, there's a good chance that I will be sapped of the energy that is needed to read air signs for me. And then the other signs will also suffer because of that. So I'm going through what for me is the most... Well, the order that I'm going in, I'm going to do earth signs first. Earth signs are, for me, very stable, very supportive, and don't pull energy away. The next signs that I'll go through are the fire signs. Fire signs create energy, and so, at least for me, Fire signs are energetic. They are energy providing. Then I will go through the water signs. Water signs for me are calming and soothing, so they're sort of a natural progression from the fire signs. And then, of course, last is air signs, which, again, for whatever reason, and I believe this has to do with some past life or some early life trauma issues. But air signs, air element, sorry, not the signs themselves. I have no problem with air signs, but the air element is difficult for me. So air element will be at the last. And then within each element, within each group of signs, I have ordered the signs in such a way that for those of you who are familiar with zodiac signs, and I am not a lot familiar with them, but somewhat, you know that they either are fixed, mutable, or cardinal signs. Fixed signs basically maintain their status quo. They are fond of routine. They like things to be the same. Mutable signs kind of go with the flow. Wherever things are going, they're happy to go along. And cardinal signs are the ones who jump ahead, who start an action, who are more volatile than the other signs. Excuse me. So within each of the group of signs, I have put them in an order that most makes sense to me with regard to which sign is most representative, based on whether or not it's fixed, mutable, or cardinal, of the element that it represents. So, for instance, within the earth signs, I have put Taurus first because Taurus is a fixed sign, and earth is a fixed element. Earth is solid, earth is stable, and so a fixed sign, in my mind, fits the element best. Next is the mutable, which would be kind of more going with the flow, but also being more smooth. So that, again, to me seems more like earth. And then last would be the cardinal signs, which are volatile and unpredictable, more so than the other signs. And so earth being stable and solid and steady, volatile and unpredictable is kind of the opposite of that sign. So that's kind of how I've ordered the signs within the elements. Within the fire signs, I've got Aries first. Aries is the cardinal sign of the fire signs, and fire, of course, is unpredictable and energetic, and so the cardinal sign to me most matches the energy of the element. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense as to what order the signs are in. It has nothing to do with liking one sign more than another. I don't really have any particular affinity for any particular signs, or not. But that's just kind of how I put them in order. And I may change that on down the road if it doesn't flow easily for me, but I'm hoping that will. So again, that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and go through each sign, 3 rows of 3 cards each, 1 row to represent your energy, 1 row to represent the energy of another that is connected to you, and a central row between the two to indicate how the connection is currently working, what the situation is that connects you, or what the energy is that connects you. And these readings are for the upcoming week, which is, sorry, I should have looked at this before I started, May 22nd, or the 21st if we start with tomorrow, which is Sunday. So May 21st, the week of May 21st, these are the energies for each of the signs, and we're going to start with Taurus. So, I'm not sure which deck I should use. I had intended to use this deck first, but I'm being strongly pulled toward this one, so I will go ahead and use this deck first. This is a fairly traditional deck with traditional Rider-Waite images. So, Spirit for the sign of Taurus. energies for the week of May 21st. First, we'd like to get the energies of the individual, please. And the energies for the individual that they are connected with, or connecting to, and the energies that connect them. Okay, so for your energies, Taurus, we get the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. So this energy, there's kind of a mix of energies here. I'm feeling as though you have been sort of just sitting with your feels lately. And I don't feel like it's been necessarily uncomfortable, or that you are grieving anything, or having, uncomfortable feelings. I feel as though you're just sort of in a contented place. The Ace of Pentacles actually showed up reversed. So, and then we've got the Page of Wands, which is kind of the start of a new action. So I'm feeling as though you have been, you've been in a place where you've been quite comfortable. You've been kind of happy with the way things have been going, but in the back of your mind, you've been knowing that eventually, soon, you're going to have to sort of move out of that, just sort of sitting in that energy, and actually begin to step out and start something new, a new action. But right now, you seem to be just really fairly comfortable just to enjoy the place where you are now. You're just, I feel like there's just sort of a kind of a very contented sort of energy that you're sitting in right now. The person that is attached to you got the Sun, the Eight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the person that wants you to move. This is the person that is trying to get the ball rolling on something, and not necessarily in a bad way. This is a very happy sort of a thing, but I feel like, well, let's look at the other row here. We've got the Star, we've got the Eight of Cups, and we've got the Judgment card. So what I'm getting here is that this individual, whoever is connected to you, has got kind of an idealized sense of how your connection should be. You are not in a place right now where you want to expend a lot of energy toward this relationship, and it's not because you're avoiding anything. You're just comfortable where things are right now. You're perhaps coming out of a period of having a lot of things on your plate, and just needing to sort of pull into yourself, although you know that you're going to need to take kind of some action to step out of that place back into this relationship. This individual over here that you're connected to, they miss you. They feel like the connection has kind of pulled away a little bit. It was a very, very happy connection. There's a lot of love here between the two of you, a lot of love. And they are really anxious to kind of get the ball rolling again. It's as though you two have been sort of taking a break from one another, and they want to get things moving again. But the problem is the energy between the two. They have sort of an idealized notion of what the relationship needs to be, but things have changed. At least from your viewpoint, things have changed. They may not be willing to see that, but from your viewpoint, things have changed emotionally. It's not that you don't care about them. It's not that you don't want to have this connection to them. It's just that the situation has changed. And so there is a little bit of friction here with this Judgment card. There's a little bit of friction between the two of you, because they are asking for things to go back to the way that they once were, whereas you know that can't be the case. It's not that there's any less love. It's not that there's any less attachment. It's just that it's different now. Something has changed in your situation. So you can't go back to the way things were. And you're okay with that. You're fine with that. You understand that, and you know that there's new things to come. You're looking forward to this new start that you're going to have with this relationship. But right now, the problem between the two of you is that this party has not yet understood that while things need to be different, that doesn't mean that they're not still going to be good. But they still have this idealized view of the way things were before, and that they want everything to go back. And so that's causing you to pull away just a little bit and sort of stay in your happy place. And that's causing them to kind of push. So there's just a little bit of friction here because of that, but it's not something that you can't overcome. So, I feel like there's still a great connection here. Things will be okay. You're just kind of equilibrating into a new place where you both can come to the same conclusion about this relationship becoming something new and perhaps something even better. So let's get a message from the universe here too. Yeah. We have got the Sun card, the Three of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So the universe again is pointing out that you've been through a period of a lot of hard stuff. Whatever you've gone through was really tough. It took a lot out of you. It took a lot of your energy. That's probably what kind of pulled the two of you apart, that there was just a lot of energy needed for whatever your situation was. And so you kind of had to pull apart and just conserve your own energy. So that has been the situation that's been going on. But this is the Nine of Swords, and so that means that this situation is coming to an end. It's nearly done. There's the Three of Pentacles, which this is a situation where you're going to come back together again to rebuild the relationship. And then the Sun card, of course, is just reminding you and letting you know that everything is going to be happy. Everything's going to work out just fine. In fact, it's going to probably be even better than it was before. So just know that you're at the end of this period of this really difficult journey that you've been going through, both of you, and you're going to be able to come back together and build something new. You're actually going to... you're both going to come to a place where you understand that what you're building together is not the same as what you had before, but it's going to be equally as wonderful, if not better. So that's what I have for you. So Taurus, that is your reading. And next we will move on to Virgo. Okay, so Virgo. All right, Virgo, so for your energy, I see you really pulling into yourself. You are really, really shutting down towards this other person. And it may be because of a fight that you had. It may be because something that was said. And I don't know if that was something that was said on your part or their part, or perhaps both of you, but you are really pulling away. So on their part, yeah, they really, really are wanting to work on this situation. They want to, they may not even understand. In fact, they definitely don't understand quite what happened. They need to, they're not clear on what it was that pushed you away. They're just kind of in the dark, but they really, really they want to make this right. They're just not sure how to. So the energy between the two of you, we've got the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Cups. So yeah, this is going to come back together. It's going to be fine. You guys are going to rebuild things. You're going to even potentially laugh about it in the future, but it is going to take some time to rebuild. There's still a little bit of friction right now, and so whichever one of you that is the one that's holding a grudge is going to have to kind of take the higher road, and they're going to have to back down a little bit and allow for this connection to come back between the two of you. So that's what I see for you, Virgo. Let's see what the universe has got for you. Okay, universe, what do you have to close this off for Virgo? Okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords, we've got the Queen of Swords, and we've got the Three of Wands. Again, we've got a 3. So 3 is, again, coming back together, making this situation whole again. But the Three of Wands is telling me that there's going to be a little time involved. It's going to take a little bit of a cooling down period. With the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords, if the two of you were to come together right now to try and work this out, everything is still just a little bit too fresh. And so it would probably just whip things back up again. And there would be probably some additional hard words. So the universe is telling you to give this a little bit of time before you try and fix this. It's going to be fine. It's all going to come back together. In fact, it's going to come back together in a beautiful way. We've got the Three of Cups, a card of celebrating together, and we've got the Three of Pentacles, rebuilding together. So it's all going to be fine. You're going to come back together, but it's going to require that you kind of let your guard down a little bit and not be holding a grudge. It's going to require that they actually try to understand what happened, either to ask you or to re-examine the situation themselves so that they understand what it was that they did that upset you, or said, more likely, that upset you, that set off the situation. But it's all going to be fine. It's all going to come back together, but you need to give it some time first. You need to give it some time to sort of simmer down. And then once that time has gone past, we've got a lot of 3s here. So I would say you might want to give this 3 days or 3 weeks just to give it some time to kind of cool off. I think with most of you 3 days will be adequate. So, but don't push things. Let the situation calm down, and then you can readdress it, and everything will be fine. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. Okay, so next is Capricorn. Different deck for Capricorn. I think this is going to be my deck maybe for the cardinal signs. Alright, so Capricorn. For your energy, we have the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. For their energy, we have the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, and the Six of Swords. And for the energy that connects you, we've got the Ace of Swords. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups reversed. Okay, so for your energy, you've got two nines. It's kind of an interesting energy. I'm not seeing a lot of movement at all. There's no movement from your side whatsoever. And I feel as though that this is largely because you are tired. You have been working your finger to the bone. You have been giving, and you are tired. So I feel like your energy right now is kind of just to dig in your heels and say, I just need to pull back. And you're doing that. You are pulling back. You're not expending any more energy than you absolutely have to. For their side, we've got the Chariot, we've got the Queen of Wands, and we've got the Six of Swords. So they're kind of the opposite here. They are moving, and they're pushing. This is kind of a similar energy to what we saw for Taurus, I feel like. I feel like this energy wants to get things moving in a big way. You, on the other hand, are wanting to just step back and leave me alone. But they are pushing, and wanting to get things moving right now. So the energy the situation that connects the two of you, we've got the Ace of Swords, we've got the Wheel, and we've got the Eight of Cups reversed. So again, we've got a lot of movement going on here. We've got something trying to start up. So I feel as though this individual has probably got a little more power over the situation, and they are working really hard to start up whatever it is that they're trying to get moving. And it's something new. It's not that they want you, it's not that they're trying to restart what's already been going on. They're trying to start something new. And they may not even be completely aware of what it is that they're trying to do. You, on the other hand, if they continue to push, you are just at the point of walking away from the situation and possibly walking away from them. You don't want to walk away from them. There is definitely love here between the two of you. You don't want to walk away from this situation. And the only thing that will make you walk away from this situation is if they continue to push this hard. So that's the situation that I'm seeing between the two of you right now. Universe, could we have one additional message for Capricorn, please? We've got the Six of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. We've got the Eight of Cups again. So, yeah, the universe is just basically saying that if they continue to push, it's going to backfire. It's just going to continue to push you away. So if this individual continues to push the situation to try and get you out of you're in this energy of resting. So if they try to push you too soon and too hard to get you out of that energy of resting, it's just going to push you away. And the energy of the universe is confirming that. However, the universe is also saying that they have this sense of urgency. For whatever reason, they're very concerned. And perhaps it may even be that they are afraid they're going to lose you if they don't start this new whatever this is with you. It's as though they feel desperate to make your life more fun or show you how great they are. And so it's as though they are pushing this energy to try and create something new, but what you really want is just a little peace and quiet and some rest. So they may not be understanding. There may be some lack of communication here between the two of you that is causing a misunderstanding, that's causing them to try and move the situation forward, which is actually pushing you away when they think that they're drawing you toward them. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Okay, so next is Aries. So Aries is a cardinal sign. We will stick with this deck. Aries, for your energy, we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Seven of Swords. For their energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Page of Swords. And for the energy that connects you to, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Moon card, and we have the Six of Wands. I haven't yet decided whether or not to read reversed cards. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I really should probably clarify that. Typically I don't, unless it's really obvious that it's necessary for the cards to be reversed. So, in your energy with Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Swords, I'm seeing you wanting to, you want something new in your life. You're feeling like there's something missing. You feel like there is something that you are missing out on. You've got some FOMO going on. And you want to create something new within your life. For the energy of the person who is connected to you, and I'm going to turn these all around so that I can see them a little better. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, we've got the Ten of Swords, and we've got the Page of Swords. So the energy that's connected to you, this person thinks that everything's just fine. This person's going along and thinking that everything is just fine. They don't want to change anything right now. They are perfectly happy where they are. And they just kind of are hanging out. There is a little bit of energy of unrest, but it's more because they feel it from you than it is from themselves. It's kind of that energy where they don't really want to do anything new, but they feel like they probably should, but they can't really talk themselves into doing it. So that's kind of the energy that they have. You, on the other hand, are thinking, I'm so tired of the way things are now. I want something new. I want some excitement in my life. I want to do something that makes me feel good. So the situation between the two of you, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, we've got the Moon card, and we have the Six of Wands. So the energy, the situation between the two of you is, it is actually pretty simple. You just need to tell them that you want to do something new. You want to start something new. You're bored. You are tired of the way things are, and you want to change it up a little bit, whatever that means for you. And that's all it's going to take. that it's as simple as that. It's as simple as you telling them, hey, I want to do something new. I want to change things up. I'm bored. I want us to have more fun. And I feel like they'll be on board. They might still be a little bit stuck in their own energy where they're kind of dragging their heels a little bit, but I think that they're aware that this might be coming. I think that they are aware that that is kind of the way you're feeling right now. They've just sort of been trying to deny it. So by actually putting it out there and saying, you know, I really do feel this way. And I don't think that they'll be really adverse to the idea of doing something new. They just are sort of in their own rut. So by you telling them, it's going to be as simple as that. You just need to make them aware that, yes, I really do. I want to change things up. I want to do something more fun. We need to do something new. And I think they'll be on board with it. That's what I'm seeing here in the cards, is that they will be fine with doing something new because they've kind of been expecting it. So let's see what the universe has to close things off. Okay, yeah, again, we got the Seven of Pentacles, but then we got the Nine of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So again, the universe is saying that your partner is just hanging out waiting for you to let them know what it is that you want. And it's as simple as that. So there you go, Aries. That is your reading. Next, we move on to Sagittarius. All right. Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a mutable sign. So we're going to change up the cards a little bit here. We're going to actually use this deck as our main deck for Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. So for your energy, we have the Ace of Cups, the Star, and the Seven of Cups. For their energy, we have the Queen of Wands, we've got the Three of Cups, and we have the Devil card. And for the energy that connects you, we have the Page of Cups, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and we've got the Ten of Cups. This is a great energy. Sagittarius, this is really, really a good energy. For your energy, you just are exuding love and just really positivity here. You are not only being positive, but you are working toward creating positive things. And a lot of them, you are creating just incredible opportunities for yourself. And it's almost like this, you've heard the term vicious cycle. Well, this is a lovely cycle. I don't know how else to put it, but it's as though the more you go after something that looks enticing to you, that looks fun, that looks happy, the more opportunities come your way. So basically you're creating sort of this ongoing flow of really great energy in your life. So that's your energy. The energy of the person who is attached to you, we've got the Queen of Wands, we've got the Three of Cups, and we've got the Devil card. So this individual is happy to be with you, but there's a little bit of fear that because everything you do turns to gold and because everybody loves you because of your energy, there's a little bit of fear here that they might lose you to someone else. There's just a little bit of inadequacy But it's a tiny little bit. It's just this little nagging worry that they have that maybe you'll find somebody better. And then for the energy that connects the two of you, we've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and we've got the Ten of Cups. Things could not be brighter for the two of you. This is absolutely beautiful energy. Your energy of being fulfilled and stable and happy and having everything that you need. And then their energy of coming along with you emotionally, they are drawn along with you. It just absolutely leads to this beautiful happiness for the two of you when you interact together, as you are together. You're really a perfect match. The only concern is this little bit of self-doubt that your partner might have, or this friend or whoever this is that's attached to you. So I would say probably, the best course of action would be, let me take that back. I don't know that it's a good course of action for you to say anything to them. It probably is not. It probably would make them feel even more self-conscious to say, hey, you're fine, we're good. You don't have to worry about that, because I don't think that it's probably a good place to even acknowledge that they might have this concern. You may be aware of it, you may not. I don't really see you being aware of it. I see this as being their own sort of personal concern, their own personal nagging fear. You, on the other hand, kind of are seeing everything. Everything's coming up roses. They're part of the connection. They're on board. They're loving your energy, but they're just at the start of this. They don't have as much self-confidence as you do, and so they are. This is kind of new for them, but they're totally on board with it. They love this. They love you. They just are a little bit worried that they're not enough. So that's kind of the energy that we have here between the two of you. Let's see what the universe has to say to close this off. Okay, so from the universe, we have the King of Pentacles, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, and we've got the Chariot. Yeah, there is absolutely nothing that can slow you down. You have built just a really beautiful existence, and you continue to be motivated to move forward and to work on this. It's almost effortlessly. It's almost effortless at this point that things just kind of keep flowing because of what's already been set into motion. So so this is just really, really a beautiful, beautiful energy. This is just amazing, amazing energy. And I don't see it stopping anytime soon. So that's your reading, Sagittarius. And next we will read for Leo. I am getting a bit confused where I am in my list, so I may have to in the future find some way to keep track of where I am, but next we're reading for Leo. So Leo, this is for you. Okay, Leo, so for the energy for you, you have got the Devil, the Three of Wands, and the Moon. The energy of the person who's attached to you, you've got the Five of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Hermit. And the energy that connects the two of you, you've got the Three of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Swords. Interesting. You are feeling stuck. And it's because of a fear of not knowing what's coming next. You've got sort of analysis paralysis, or you may have just a fear of taking the next step. So you're kind of hanging back and you're just waiting for something to change. The problem is that action of waiting and you're waiting to know better what's going to happen. You want to have all the answers before you actually take a move. So that's where you are right now. The person that is connected to you, we've got the Five of Swords, we've got the Nine of Cups, and we've got the Hermit. This person is pulling back into themselves. They're consoling themselves. They are pulling into their own energy in a big way. And with that, they may be pulling away from you. They're sort of closing down. And this may be in response to what you're doing, or it may be why you're doing what you're doing, because they may be pulling into themselves. They may be closing off to you. So that might be causing you to hesitate to say anything or do anything because you don't know where things are going. So it could go either way here. The energy that's connecting the two of you, you've got some really great loving energy here. I mean, really great connection. And this connection has some great potential to it. The problem is that you are, at least one of you, if not both of you, is taking this situation very personally. You are taking... you're looking at it as though something that you have done has caused this separation, or they are looking that something they have done has caused this separation. You're both feeling like it's something that you've done, and I take that back. It may not be both of you, but it could be. But at least one of you is feeling like something that you have done has caused a rift between the two of you. And you have become so consumed with that thought or they have been so consumed with the thought that whatever it was that they did has caused this split between the two of you, has caused the other person to push away. And whoever it is, whether it's one or both of you, is so consumed with this thought that they are missing the fact that this is sort of a self-made exile that one or both of you has created, because you keep thinking that there's something that you did. You keep blaming yourself. And so rather than look at the situation as it is now, which has amazing potential, we've got the Three of Cups and we've got the Six of Wands. Both of these cards are great cards of coming together and being successful, being happy, having a triumph, a win, something to celebrate. These cards are hugely about celebration. Rather than look at that, you're so consumed with the thought that I said something and I'm afraid to say something again, or your partner may be thinking, I've said or done something and I'm afraid I'll make a mistake again if I try anything. So you're both just kind of pulling back, pulling away, and you're being caught up in these energies. I feel like well, I guess I can't really say. I was going to try and determine who it was that is worried that it's something that they did, but it really looks on both sides like both of you may be concerned that you've done something to cause the other one to pull away. And so this person, the person that you're connected to, they may be in that energy, but because of that, they're just sort of saying, well, they may be saying, well, fine, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm just going to step away and let you figure your stuff out. You, on the other hand, look as though you are trying desperately to figure out the right thing to say or the right thing to do to fix all this. But the fact of the matter is that if you can both get out of this energy of blaming yourself and being, there may not have even been a cause. This may have been a misinterpretation on somebody's part. But the fact of the matter is there's some great energies that could pull you together here, bring you together. I am having a flash of like an unwanted pregnancy. Could be the case for a very small percentage of you, that one of you may have an unintended pregnancy that occurred, and the other one is pulling away because they're afraid and didn't want that situation. But in effect, if you can meet in the middle, it's a great cause for celebration. And that's only for a small percentage of you. But that could be part of what's going on for some of you here. But regardless, there's something that you're each thinking, you did, it's my fault, I don't know how to fix this, I'm afraid to make it worse. And so you're pulling away. When in actuality, if you can just get over worried about whatever it was that happened, because in actuality, probably neither one of you, in at least part of the cases, doesn't even remember what was said or done. But there's just this feeling of, oh geez, I must have said something that really upset them. And I think it's on both sides. And so you're both thinking that, but that's what's holding you apart, is this misperception that there was something that was said or done that the other person is really mad about. But they're not. They're just afraid that they did the same thing, and so they're afraid to say anything. You know, it's like when you broke a glass when you were a kid. You clean it up, and you're afraid to tell your parents about it because you're afraid you're going to get in more trouble. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this. But in reality, it's not a big deal. It'll be something that'll be fine. You'll both be able to come together, and there's no problem. So let's get additional message from the universe to close this off for Leo. Yeah. We got the Temperance card, we got the Nine of Wands, and we got the Ace of Wands. So, yes. So, this is all about finding a middle ground. Finding this middle ground will allow you to let go of this worry, this concern that's sort of beating you both up, and start in a new place. So, yeah. So, that's your reading, Leo. So, next up is Pisces. Moving into the water signs now. Okay, so for Pisces. I thought for a minute there that I wasn't recording. Going through all of this and not recording? Yikes. But it is. Sorry. Freaking out for no reason over here. Okay, Pisces. Let's take a look. So, for your energy, we've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Wands. And the Six of Swords. For their energy, we've got the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the King of Cups. And for the energy that connects you, we've got the Five of Swords, we've got the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Okay. All right, Pisces. For your energy, it looks like you've got an upcoming change in your life. Something big, like a job change or getting hitched. And you are a bit unsure about it. It's kind of throwing you off a little bit. It's giving you a little bit of anxiety. So that's the energy that I see for you for this week. For the person that's connected to you, I've got the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the King of Cups. Yeah, they're just think everything's going great. They are loving things as they are right now. They are moving full steam ahead. They are not even considering looking back about anything. Everything is just exactly the way that they want it to be right now. They're feeling like their life is absolutely fantastic, and they have a lot of love for you. They may be just a little bit, I hesitate to say clueless, but they're not really feeling this anxiety that you might have, which, by the way, I think is mild. But it's almost as though they're so caught up in whatever's going on that they are missing the signs that maybe you're not completely on board the way they are. You might not be quite as gung-ho about whatever's coming up as they are. But they have, regardless, their intentions are good. They're excited about whatever it is. And I feel like this is some sort of connection between the two of you, or that you're already connected and they're looking forward to this change that you are going to have. They're looking at it as a good thing. It may be a good thing that both of you are, if this is like getting married, or if you're getting a new job, they're really looking, they're your greatest cheerleader, kind of a thing. So for the energy that's connecting the two of you, we've got the 5 of Swords, we've got the 4 of Pentacles, and then we've got the 3 of Cups. So yeah, the energy here that I am seeing is that there is there's kind of a lack of coming together here, and it's not that you're not wanting to come together. It's just that there is this, like I said, there's kind of a disconnect, because this individual is just excited about whatever's coming up, and you have some anxiety about it. You're looking forward to it, I think. I don't think it's something that you're dreading or anything like that. I think it's a good thing, but it's just something new. It's something that you don't know quite how to go about it yet. So you are just being a little more cautious perhaps than they are. And so, I'm seeing you being really in a place where you're trying to keep things calm. And because you need them to be calm right now, it's like you don't even want to think about what's coming up just yet. It's like you need to just keep the energy low and sedate and calm. And you're just kind of trying to stay within yourself and not really think too much about what's coming up. But they are still kind of on the outskirts here. Like every chance they get, they're bringing it up and celebrating because they think they're excited about it. And they think that you are too, which you probably are in the long run. But it's something that is it's new, and it's provoking a little bit of anxiety. As my granddaughter would say, you're feeling a little bit nervous. So that's the energy that's connecting you right now. I don't feel like that it's really pushing you apart or anything. There might just be a little bit of, it's just a little much for you now and then, because you're kind of the one that is the stable and kind of calmer one in this relationship, whatever this is. And so when you get riled up about something, when they're riled up about something, you're the one who's kind of the voice of reason, and you can kind of get them settled down and keep them on task. That's kind of who you are. But they're kind of the opposite of that. They're the cheerleader. They're the one that gets everybody whipped up and excited about things, even though, it may be something that they do way too far in advance. And so now everybody's got all this time to wait until the event actually happens, and everybody gets, especially if there's like little ones involved, they get way too excited, but it's not happening yet, and they get frustrated because they need too much patience. So that's kind of this person. So when you are feeling a little bit anxious about what's coming up, they are definitely not the one to say, it'll be fine, don't worry about it. They're the ones that be like, oh my God, it's going to be so exciting, kind of a thing. So that's kind of the energy that's going on right now. You're having to kind of pull into yourself a little bit because you're the one who keeps everything calm, who keeps everything on track, but you're not feeling that right now. You're a little out of your comfort zone. So you're really having to sort of pull back a little bit just to kind of to ease your own concerns. Whereas they are still, around the outside like a puppy dog, getting too excited. So the energy is a little tricky between the two, but it's not you actually appreciate them being excited for you. You understand that that's their motivation, and that they don't realize that it's actually getting you potentially even more anxious about things. So you get that. You know that that's who they are, and they mean the best. So it's not like you're really upset about this, but it's just making things a little tougher for you. So let's get something from the universe to close off the reading. Yeah. Okay. So we got the Lovers, we got the Nine of Cups, and we got the Jack of Cups. So yeah, they are like super enthusiastic. They are so happy for you, just unbelievably happy for you, because they love you immensely, and you know that, but you're happy about what's happening in the long run, but you're just kind of anxious about what's coming up. So basically this is just a confirmation that you get it, you understand that they're just being a little crazy because they're happy for you, but you're just kind of having to be your own keeper right now, because they're just a little too hyped up and a little too excited, but they mean well, and you know that. So, Pisces, that's your reading for this coming week. All right, so next we have Cancer. Cancer is a cardinal sign, but I am not feeling like I need to switch decks. So we'll stick with this one. Okay, Cancer. So for your energy, you've got the Three of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. For their energy, we've got the Seven of Wands, the Chariot, and the Magician. And for the energy that connects you, we've got the Six of Pentacles, we've got the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Emperor. Okay, so Cancer, your energy right now is really great. Things are going well for you right now. You're feeling like your life is just about where you want it. There are new opportunities coming up, and there's a whole lot of love here. You've got good friends, you've got good family, you've got you're loving life, and you're looking forward to what's coming next. The person who is connected to you, Seven of Wands, the Chariot, and the Magician, they're feeling like something's missing. They're feeling like there should be something more. Yeah, they are just not, they're not satisfied with where they are right now, where both of you are maybe. Or maybe they're just moving on whether you are or not. I feel like you're really content to stay where you are right now and just enjoy your life. They're wanting to keep moving and make something new. They want to grow things. They want bigger. They want better. So the energy that connects you, we've got the Six of Pentacles, we've got the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Emperor. I mean, again, they are really wanting bigger and better, and they want it now. You, on the other hand, just want things to be. You feel like where you are now is a good place. You feel like it's you feel like it's enough. You've got enough that you can share. You've got enough that you feel comfortable. You're really liking where you stand now. But they're kind of pushing the issue a little bit. I feel like it's not creating a big split for you right now. I feel as though you still look at them as, they just want things, they want better for you. And you understand that is perhaps just them trying to do for you, make a better life for the two of you, or if this is like a business partner, they're just wanting to grow the business, to be more successful. But you're really feeling okay where you are. But again, I don't feel like that's creating a divide between the two of you, at least not yet. It's possible that it might. With this Emperor here, we've got this shadow, this bird, who's kind of coming up behind. So there's a shadow that if this, it's like this hasn't crossed over into a place of being like over competitive or anything yet. But if it would, it's possible that it could sort of upset the apple cart between the two of you, but it hasn't gotten to that point yet. So right now, you are navigating this difference of opinion or this difference of satisfaction between the two of you. You're very satisfied with where you are now. They want more. And it's not necessarily at this point like a greedy, I want more, I want more, I want more. They just want a better life for their family. Or for their, they want their business to be successful or whatever it is. They have good intentions, but it definitely has the potential here that it could get out of hand. And if it does, it could create a problem for the two of you. But right now it's not. Right now things are still fine between the two of you. You're both kind of balancing things out just fine. And so that is the situation right now. So let's take a look and see what the universe has for us. We'll use this deck since this is a cardinal sign. We'll use this one for the universe's message for Cancer. Okay, well, that's more cards than we need. So let's see. We've got the Four of Cups. We have got the Lovers. And we've got the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so again, the Lovers in between the Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, this is, kind of being blinded by your ambition, perhaps. And the Four of Cups is not wanting to reach for any more, just being satisfied where you are right now. So we've got the Lovers in between that. So again, whatever love there is between this relationship is holding it intact, and is moderating between the two different sides of being fine where you are right now and wanting more. So, the love that you have with each other, again, whether this is, a business partner or a family member or a spouse, whatever the situation is, because you have love for this individual, it's creating a middle ground that's fine for the time being with this situation. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. So next up is Scorpio. Scorpio is a fixed sign, but yeah, I'm thinking this deck is what we need for Scorpio. So, Scorpio. So, for the energy, for your energy, Scorpio, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Five of Wands, and we have the Page of Swords. And for the energy of the other person, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Tower, and we have the Star. And for the energy that connects you, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. All right, Scorpio, this one's tricky. The Ace of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Page of Swords. There's a lot of love on your side, and it's towards perhaps a newer relationship, but there's some confusion. You're not clear as to whether or not this is something that's going to work out. You are invested in this relationship, or you are investing in this relationship, whatever it might be. You are very much wanting to create a relationship here. It is fairly new, but you're not getting clear signals. You're confused as to whether or not there's any future to this relationship. On their side, we've got the Eight of Wands, we've got the Tower, and we've got the Star. On their side, they're worried that if there is a relationship that develops here, it's going to cause some sort of problems for them. They have an idea of what their life should look like or what their future should look like, and they're afraid that if this relationship develops, that's going to be destroyed. They feel as though whatever this ideal life that they have in their head for themselves, they feel like this relationship might spoil it, or might not allow them to pursue this idea of what they want in life. So the connection between the two of you, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, we've got the Chariot, and we've got the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so you're wanting to put work into this relationship, and you're trying to put work into this relationship. They are really focused on making their vision come to life. They're focused on creating their world. And the only way that this can work, the only way that these two can come together, is if there's balance between the two. And right now there's not. Right now you are putting in all of the work, and they're working too, but what they're working on is their own vision. What they're working on is their own life. They're working toward what they want to create. So there's an imbalance here that is precluding this relationship from moving forward. So I can't say for sure if there's any future. I can't see if that is the case. It would take some modification on their side, which could happen. It's possible They could modify their idea of what they want their life to be. But on your side, I'm getting a feeling that you're not entirely certain of what you want out of this relationship anyway. They may be giving you mixed messages. In the one hand, and on the one hand, they may be I'm sorry, my computer just gave me a message that the recording is going to stop soon, so I may need to pause this. But anyway, on their side, you know, they have got this idea of what they want things to be. On your side, you are just wanting to pursue this relationship, and they're not sure how to fit that in. So, like I said, right now, you're putting a lot of work into this relationship. They're just putting a lot of work into themselves. And it's creating an imbalance for the two of you. So let's take a look and see what the universe has for this relationship or this reading. So we've got the 9 of Pentacles, we've got the 7 of Pentacles, and we've got the 5 of Wands. So again, we've got this, one of you is waiting to see what's going to happen and confused about the situation. That would be you. And the other person is focused on their own situation, focused on making their own place in the world, focused on creating their own idea of what they want their life to be. So the balance is really off. You are putting a lot of effort into creating this relationship, whereas they're are just they're making their life what they want it to be. You're kind of a nice something that's come into their life, but they're not sure that they really can allow you in, and that might be, this is just, it's right now it's seeming like it's very off balance, but it may go forward, it may be fine. I can't tell from this reading. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. And I'm going to have to pause this here and see if I can create some space to do the rest of the recordings.